to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Howard in at the point. Shot on the wing. Smailagic grabs the board. Takes a three. Knocks down the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here is Howard. Tightly guarded. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Smailagic. This one for three. That shot off. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. The offensive rebound. Hits the trifecta.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Fades away. Sends it home from three-point land. He has 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Now Howard. From downtown, nails it from 3.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Here's Brasdeikis. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
Lawawu Cabarro, no good. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
Pass to Smailagic. They set the screen. There's the triple. On target from range.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Now here is Howard. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
And it's Brasdeikis missing. 4-3. Here's Maneki. He's scoreless. Lawawu Cabarro, no good. Fires the 3. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Howard, the pass to Hall. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Big time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. No good from outside. The 3. He drops it from range. 9 points in the game. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the 3. He buries it from 3.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Manecki can't hit. Pass to Brasdeikis. Guarded by Howard. And the three-pointer goes. That'll count.
What a play!
That's
gonna count.
Are you
gonna count.
kidding me?
Wow. And just nails the three.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Leading by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Baldwin, the pass to Forrest. Jacks up a 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Servidis. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
The 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And here's the fast break. Pass to Baldwin. Mitchell grabs the miss.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
And here's Wallace. There's the triple. No good. Here's Baldwin. No points so far. No good on the triple. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And he buries his first look.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Pass to Jop. From behind the arc. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Here we go.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. It's a 10-point game. Ball stolen. Snatched away. And they're on the break. To the left wing. Pass to Forrest. The 3. To the wing, right side. Here's Baldwin. Watched by Wallace. 4 on the clock. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. From deep, 3 on the clock.
And it appears that he has totally lost his touch here in the second quarter.
They've got numbers. Here's Servidis. Connects from downtown. Servidis has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run would be to get back on defense. It's pretty simple.
Forrest, the pass to Baldwin. To end the drought. Servidis with a rebound.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And there's the lob. It's intercepted. In transition, here they come. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And Mitchell over to help. There's 49 seconds left to play in the second quarter. It's good.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Servetus. And a miss there on the triple. Servetus has gone 2 of 5 tonight. Here's Baldwin. And the deficit down inside single digits. Baldwin's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
It took 6 attempts, but he finally hits a shot.
Wallace misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
And the ball goes out of play following the shot.
18 ball. Substitution on the court.
"12 seconds left in the first half of this game. Howard with the ball. Off target from three-point range. Got it up. Doesn't go that time. That'll do it for the first half. They lead by 8. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's...
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the home team.
Usually when you hit...
And that's it for halftime.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Takes a 3. No good there. And it's Howard in at the point guard position. There's a screen. Here's Brasdeikis. Offensive board. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. Brasdeikis has got 5. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Gets the 3 to fall.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And it's Manecki in at the 4. Down low. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Can't get it to drop.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
There's Howard with the 3. Pass to Luwawu Cabarrot. Puts up a 3. Smailagic grabs the board. Smailagic got 4 rebounds in the game. It's deflected, and he recovers it. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. He has 6. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Here's Luwawu Cabarrot. Still without a bucket. Knocks down the long J.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Brasdeikis. The 3 ball.
Away team foul. Manecki. First personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 from the inbound. Hits the 3-pointer.
Coming out of the half, making a commitment to the offensive boards has proven successful.
Howard, the pass to Luwawu Cabarrot. Launches a 3. No luck on that one. Lawao Cabarro has gone just 1 of 6 shooting so far. Here's Smilagic. Gets the 3 ball to go. Smilagic got 6.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Fires in the triple.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
From outside the arc, drains the triple. Smilagic got 6 points in the quarter.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
2 minutes remaining with them. 2 minutes.
And there's a pick on Thursday, and then on Tuesday.
Substitution on the court.
1:57 left in the third quarter. There's the 3. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. 9 points in the game.
And they're just staying with possessions on the offensive glass and getting rewarded for it. You have to love the hustle.
Fires for 3. Smilagic grabs the board. Smilagic got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the drive from downtown. It's rebounded by Jop.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
3.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Pulls it. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
For 3. Baldwin's shot is off.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
No good on the 3.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Forrest can't hit. Here they come with numbers in transition. Lets it go from deep. The shot won't fall. Here's the break. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Misses the wing 3. Pass to Smilagic from the arc. Forrest with a rebound. He tries for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
3 points.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
He gets it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's Manecki in at the 4. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Count it.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Howard. Jacks up a 3. Pure from 3-point range.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Here's Servetus. Knocks down the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Buries it from 3.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Servetus. Back to Wallace. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Hall.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Servetus. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Oh, got that one up quick. He's got 21.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Here's Luau Cabarro. They get it back. Second chance shot. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Howard. Here's Manecki. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Manecki's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Servetus. That three's off the mark. In transition. Lets the three fly. Manecki can't hit.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's the three. It doesn't go for him. Here's Wallace. Drills it from deep. Wallace has got 6 here in the quarter.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Now here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Wallace. No good from outside. Fires the three. It's the trifecta.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Such a wide-open look.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Luau Cabarro, and with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
3 points.
36 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. Baldwin's checked in for Howard.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 44.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wallace's shot is good.
A horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Launches it from deep. The shot misses. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the...
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Goes up on the wing. Mirajic grabs the miss. Here's Gozer. Right wing, uncovered. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Brazdakis. Ulanovas. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Balmar. This one for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Smilagic. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For the three. That shot no good. Here's Brazdakis. Misses the three. Miritich with it. To the middle. Pass to Balmaro. A three ball. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. There will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that.
Hands it from downtown.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, offensive interference. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Lets it go from 14. A shot that time, not on target.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And he's good on the three ball.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Unloads. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. He's got 7. Here's Gozer. To the paint. There's the steal. And they're moving it up. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Sinks the triple.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Balmaro. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Smilagic. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Smilagic has got 9.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Puts up a 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. They lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Servetus, no good. Shields buries it down low.
And and their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Servidis, traps in the tray. Servidis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Oh, he misses the dunk. Takes it inside. Basket counts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, D.A.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Puts up a deep three. No good on that one. Here's McCormick. Hasn't made one yet. Brooks with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Wallace misses.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
The three. Servidis grabs the miss. Up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Wallace outside. Back to Mitchell. It's intercepted. Offline with his three. Latray. Brooks grabs the board. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Fires from the corner, and he comes up with the deuce. He's got 8.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Servidis, no good. Servidis has gone 1 of 3 on the night. There's the three. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Servidis. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Servidis has got 6.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback. Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
His three-pointer is off the mark. Pass to McCormick. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Wallace, good. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Ball stolen. And so that's the end of the first half. Up 9. And we'll return shortly.
The visiting team, 31.
They've been a step slow
to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
All right, now we've got some. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. There's the pick. Pulls it up. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 15 points in the game.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Out to the right wing. Here's Kozier. Pass to Balmoro. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the high post. Good on the bucket. Balmoro's got 8 points. Balmoro's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And he can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. To the left wing, takes a 3. Mirajic grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's the screen. To the inside. Pass to Balmoro. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. Here's Smailagic. 9 points in the game so far. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And he makes both free throws.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Brazdeikis. He has yet to score. No good on the 3. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Balmoro. He's got 8. And here's Mirajic from beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Kozier.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Fires it up. He can't get it to go.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option then.
Here's Smailagic. 9 points in the game so far. Trains it from beyond the arc. Smailagic has got 12 points in the game.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
He lobs it up. It's deflected. And they're on the break. From the arc. No good there. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to Brazdeikis. Smailagic, covered by Mirotic. And the basket by Smailagic. Smailagic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
To the wing right side. A three for Mirotic. That one doesn't go. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the basket by Smailagic. He's got 17.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
The rebound by Brosdakis. Releases. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here is Brooks. Takes the three. A rebound by Mitchell. Brooks has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Vukevicius. McCormick with the rebound. Pass to Brooks. Shields. That three off the mark. Fires from deep. That one, no good. Brooks right side. Here's McCormick going inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Wallace misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Shields. Wallace covering. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Connects from 3-point range.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
It's Brooks on the wing. On the clock. Shields. No good with the wing jumper.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Wallace misses.
Now that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Servetus. Knocks down the 3 ball.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Mitchell. Launches it. He's off on that one. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. To the right side. Butkevicius. And a miss there on the triple. Brooks against Wallace. Shields. Covered by Mitchell. Fires for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Pass to Servetus. Wallace outside. There's the pick. Launches a three. No good that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Servetus. First personal foul. Second team foul.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shields. Rebound by Mitchell. From deep three-point land, Servetus, no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was up for grabs right until the final.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Drops in the three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Baldwin. This one for three. They get the rebound. Pass to Manecki. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Brooks. And he lobs it up top. Stripped it away. It's 2-on-1. Here's Luau Cabarro, and he nails the open triple off the break.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Pass to Mirotic.
Home team foul. Luau Cabarro. First personal foul. First team foul.
Brooks outside. Cuts off the pass.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball. That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Three-pointer, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Baldwin's shot is good.
I just love the ball movement.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
And the basket by Balmaro. Balmaro's got his second basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Launches it, sends it home from three-point land. Manecki's got 6.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And there's the screen. Balmaro gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Baldwin. The 3 is up. Manecki gets the bucket. 9 points in the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Balmaro. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Fires from deep. Drains the triple.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Three-pointer. Out to the wing. 4-3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Manecki with a rebound.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Three-pointer. Kept alive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Luau Cabarro. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Balmaro. And he jams it home with authority.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Out to the right wing. Takes the 3. Pure from three-point range. He's got 11.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Offense is coming free and easy. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the take. Missed inside. from deep. Pass to Howard for three. Sinks it from distance. Howard's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
Lays it up and banks it in.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Forrest to the wing on the left. And here's Howard. From downtown. Launches it. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
They set a pick. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Let's go with a three. Hits the trifecta. He's got 5. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. They get it again. Out left to the wing. And here's the fast break. Oh, he couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the home team. They're hanging in there at that same 5th spot and hoping to climb higher.
When I look at this visiting team, they have a game plan and they followed it accordingly. That's why they're in the position they are now. A fantastic team that plays so well together. Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Guarded by Howard. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
To the right side. Releases. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the first half of basketball. With the drive, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
It's both from the stripe.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Now here's Howard. He's closely guarded. Misses the jumper.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. The 3 ball. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Jop passes to Howard, right wing.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Substitution on the floor.
34 seconds left in the second quarter. Throws it up high, and down it goes on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And the layup is good off the glass.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Luau Cabarro. Drops in the layup for two. Luau Cabarro's got 5 now.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
So we conclude the first half. Up by 7. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show. So it's like from the back.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the home team.
Difference in this game.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And it's Baldwin in at the point guard position.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Maneki's gotten everything to drop so far. Shooting 4 of 4. They set the pick. Pass to Mirotic. And he dunks it down.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. The 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Balmaro. He's got 11. And it's good for 2. 13 points in the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
And about a minute of action. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. He's off on the layup.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
To the left side wing. The 3. Maneki gets the bucket. Maneki's got 5 points now this quarter.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
To the wing, right side. To stop the run, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will in the shot.
Here's Baldwin. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Maneki. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Here's Balmaro. And it's off from three-point range.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Luau Cabarro buries it from 3. Luau Cabarro's got 8 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Mirotic. And he banks in the layup.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
To the left wing. Takes a three. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Up top, Brooks. Pass to Balmaro. 5 to shoot. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. And a missed layup.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Manecki. Off target from outside. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. Connects from downtown. He's got 22.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. Can't cash it in from close range. Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting because they've done much better playing with pace.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Rebound by Hall. Hall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out to the right wing. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
And as we end the third quarter, a double. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters.
Substitution on the court.
Back to Howard. Here's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Guarded by Howard. Driving in. Howard grabs the miss. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Good.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
To the middle. It's stolen. And here they go on a free run to the bucket for the finish. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Out to the wing. Knocks down the long J.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the game. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Jop. Jop's got 4 rebounds now. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, from deep. He can't get that one to fall. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Puts up a 3. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
4-3. He buries it from 3. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point land. The shot comes out. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
From deep three-point range. Can't hit that one. Fires away from way outside. Out to the right wing. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's good from long range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he drives in, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played to the middle. Pass to Smilagic. They get the rebound. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A second chance effort. Jacks up a three. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Out to the right wing. Offline with his 3. Knocked away. Let's go. The rebound by Luwawu.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
No good from the wing. Pass to Brazdeikis. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Here we go, one-on-one. Sedikurski's. The shot is good off the backboard. 5 points in the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Buries it from 3-point range.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Brazdeikis.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Smilagic. Oh, good on the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Sedikurski's good on the triple.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Smilagic. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
3 points.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Monecki trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Howard. A 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And a blazing start to the new season. We look at the updated power rankings. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. And you take a look at this home team. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
When you look at this visiting team, they had some high hopes coming out of the gate, frustrated with their level of play thus far. But they certainly have the pieces to be a factor in this race.
Now here's Wallace. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's a huge shot there, the 3-pointer and the foul. Not the kind of defensive play they were hoping for.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Vucevic, a three-pointer off the mark. Got a piece of it. Here's Servidis. Hits it from three-point range.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Wallace. Knocks down the three ball. Wallace has got 7 points. Here's Baldwin. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Leading by 9. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He has 6.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
It's deflected. There's the triple. Servidis grabs the miss. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Servidis has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Pass to Jock. Driving to the basket.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Baldwin. Lets it go from deep. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Here's Wallace. And just miss after miss right now. Lets it go with a 3. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Out to the wing. Wallace looking for an opening. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Great look, but off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Baldwin. Off the left rim and out. Baldwin's gone 1 of 4 so far. Plus the 3 after using the pump fake. 6 points for him.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go for him. Baldwin's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Servidis. Bangs home the trifecta. Servidis has got 6 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Here's Wallace. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Looking to end the run. Buries it from 3-point range.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Jop. Jop's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
No good on the three. Pass to Servetus, and here is Mitchell. Here's Servetus. He has 6. Now here's Waltz. Right wing, Butkevicius. And the 3 off target. Here's Jop. To the wing on the left. Here's Servetus. It's deflected. From downtown. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so that brings the first half to a close. Up 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
Either team could come away with the W and win this one.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the visiting team. Thank you for being with us. Now let's set.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Luwawu is out there with Howard. And it's Hall in at the center position. And the basket by Monecki.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
The shot. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Sedekursky's. Pass to Howard. Fires away from way outside. That shot, no good. Howard's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by Hall.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just 1 pass more?
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. That one good for 2.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Luwawu. Sinks the three-pointer. Luwawu's got his first 3 points of the game.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
And Brastakis gets it to go.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Down low. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Brastakis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Hits the three-point bomb. Smilagic has got his second bucket of the night.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
From deep. Rebounded by Hall. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Fades back. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Here's the three. They grab their own miss. Pass to Smilagic. Puts up a deep three. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. No good that time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Luwalu's shot is off. He's guarded by Howard. 1:11 left in the third.
First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
There's a minute left to play in the third. Lets it go from deep. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night, 3 in the first half.
Pass to Baldwin, inside, Yaramaz. A three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
It's not going to go for him.
He has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's Smilagic. No good with the triple. Here's Baldwin. He has 6. Launches it. Drills it from outside. 12 points for him. Here's Smilagic. That will count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set for the final quarter.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Brosdakis missing. Second shot opportunity. That one drops for him. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Mitchell outside. From outside, off the mark. Here he goes. Baldwin. And he banks in the layup. Now here's Wallace. From the arc. Rebounded by Monecki.
and thus far they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Launches a three, sinks the triple. Monecki's got 5 points in the quarter.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Banked in off the glass.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
This one for three. Rebound by Wallace. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Zalgiris. Good on the triple.
Well, he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel. If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Budkevicius off target with his three. Sedikurski's drains it from beyond the arc.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Man showing some terrific range.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
Here's Baldwin. Ball is covering. Over to the left wing. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Rebound by Mitchell.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Zalgiris gets the three-pointer to fall.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Connects from three-point range. 20 points for him.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Stolen. One-on-one fast break. Pass to Monecki. Off target from three-point range. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lets it go with a three. That shot missing.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Now Wallace. From deep three-point territory. Fires from way outside. And they recover it. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the...
everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Sinks the tray.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Baseline jumper, and the shot goes down.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
On target from range.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Mirotic. The three is up. They get it back. Over to the wing. Money from the wing.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Balmaro. They set the pick. Fires the three. And it's Brooks missing. To the paint. The shot, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Balmaro. There's the three. Knocks it down from distance.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
All sorts of time, and he drops that one in.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Pass to Mirotic. Here's Balmaro. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. That one off the back iron and out.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Smilagic. Off target with the three.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
With the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's the time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. There's a screen from the arc. And no good. Three-pointer, Brooks. From beyond the arc, and then some.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Here he goes, and he slams it in one-handed.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Brooks has gone 1 for 3 on the night. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 5. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Beyond the arc. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Smilagic. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's the pick. Offline with a 3. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Three-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's Brazdakis. Still no points. Pass to Smilagic. This one for 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here we go, one-on-one. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. From behind the arc. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Launches a 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Takes the 3. Hits the three-pointer. He has 6.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Drills it from deep.
Now he's drained 2 threes in each quarter so far.
And they're just not willing to give the ball handlers any breathing room.
Yep, that's what full court man-to-man is all about now. All pressure, all the time.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Uses the glass on the layup.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Pass to McCormick. Clock at 6. To the inside. Lets it go from deep. With 1 on the clock, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Servidis. He drops it from range. Servidis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A minute 53 left in the second. Brooks, the pass to Bolmaro. 3-pointer. Mitchell grabs the miss. Bolmaro's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Pass to Servidis. Oh, it's stolen. From outside the arc. He can't get it to go.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And it's Mirotic with the rebound. We've got 1:08 left in the second. Brooks outside. Fires from deep. Doesn't go for him.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Fires the 3. Counted from distance. He's got 5.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Inside. Here's McCormick. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Knocks down the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
There's 25 seconds left in the second period. Down low. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
A deep 3. Servetus misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
That does it for halftime. Let's get...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Brooks has got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. The 3 is up. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
There's the triple. They get it back. Pass to Smilagic. Fires in the triple. Smilagic's got his 2nd basket on the night.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now. Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
That was sweet, guys. The hustle, the grit. Didn't back down from pursuing the board at all.
Launches a 3. Nails it from 3. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Pass to Brazdeikis. Here's Smilagic. 6 points for him. Good work there as it goes. Fires from the wing. Count it. Good. Give him 8.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Drops in the 3.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Offensive board. On Thursday, then on Saturday.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
And he makes both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And there's the screen to the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover, and they're on the break. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one. To the wing on the left. There's the 3. Pass to Brazdeikis.
Team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. 6
So it's the home team now. Tipped away. From deep three-point land. Brooks with the rebound. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Out to the right wing. They set the screen. Five on the clock. Fires from 14. And it comes off the front of the rim. Brooks has gotten just one of his 6 shots to fall here. Here's Smilagic. And the 3 off target. Here's the teardrop. And Brooks with the layup. Brooks has got 5 points.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Pass to Smilagic. Lets it go. Can't nail the jumper.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Balmaro. 34 seconds left in the third quarter here. Balmaro grabs the board.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Brooks. And he converts the layup. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Offensive rebound. And another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Soft touch off the glass.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Now Wallace. They set a pick. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Wallace has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Right wing. Watched by Wallace. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. 3-pointer. It doesn't go for him. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Launches it. He can't get that one to fall. Wallace has gone 1 for 3 on the night. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Oh, wow! Oh, big finish.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
To the right side. Takes the 3. That one is off. Wallace has gone 1 for 4 from distance. Watch by Wallace. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
What a moment in this one. Ties it up while getting fouled. Then takes the lead at the line.
To the middle. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Pass to Servetus. Knocks down the long J.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Wallace. Three-pointer off the mark.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Away team foul. Second personal foul, second team foul.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. So he gets them both.
A steady hand at the line in a tough situation narrows it to a one-possession game.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Servetus. Drives to the hoop. Count it!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Watch by Wallace. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
And the over and back call is just a loss of focus.
Yeah, clearly an
A lot of 2 minutes allowed to review the play.
May have saved them from. And now, instead of a heated argument, they could just go and ask for a review.
You know, the league did it right, Grant. They didn't rush a system into use that's going to cause confusion. They rolled it out in the G League, and after a few years, when they were sure it could function, they brought it to the NBA. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. There's a screen from deep. That shot off the mark. Misses there. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
NBA, the visiting team is always...
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Baldwin out there with Luwawu, and it's Hall in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Baldwin, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
One-on-one here. They get it back. Jacks up a three, and the three ball is good. Baldwin's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Fires from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And here they come. Pass to Balmora. To the middle. Outside Mirotic. Now Brooks. Beyond the arc. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Sedekursky's off target from outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Balmora. Fires the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And that one is good. To the inside. Rebounded by Hall. Here's Baldwin. Brooks covering. Pass to Manecki. For 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Mirotic the screen from downtown, and they're able to recover. Another shot, and he drops that one in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
and I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Pass to Balmaro. Miritich the screen. Balmaro, that's good. Balmaro's got 9. Here's Monecki, covered by Miritich. Here's Hall. Sedekursky's trains the three-pointer.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
1:31 left here in the opening quarter. Unable to get that one.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Shoots the 3.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Baldwin. They set the pick. Misses the 3. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Brooks outside. And finished off by Miritich.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now here's Brooks. Scoreless thus far. 26 seconds left in the first. Drills the three-pointer.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Here's Balmaro. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Balmaro's got 12 points in the game. Pass to Monecki. Sedekursky's. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Leading by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Gozier. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. The tray. No good that time. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Good on the three-point shot.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
He's guarded by Howard. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Takes a 3. Hits another look. McCormick. Here's Gozier. There's the 3. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Jock. Traps in the tray. He's got 9.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the left side wing. He's guarded by Howard. Trying to end the drought. A shot off that time. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the paint, here's McCormick, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
There's the triple. And no good that time.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A minute 20 left in the first half. Stolen away. Fast break, here they come. And a wide open look for Howard. His 3-pointers off the mark. And no good. Pass to Jock. 52 seconds left now here in the second. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Kozier. 6 to shoot. It's up a 3. That shot is off. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. And it's off from 3-point range. Intercepted. Now here's Howard. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Howard's got 6. And so we conclude the first half. They lead by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, folks. The first.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest.
And right now, and that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is up.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Here's Luau. Still scoreless. Pass to Baldwin. Out to the wing. 4 on the clock. Sedikurski's. Drains it from beyond the arc. He has 6. We've got Baldwin. And it's Monecki in at the power forward position. A steal. Here's Luwawu. Trains the 3-pointer.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Connects from 3-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Drills the three-pointer.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open three.
The three. Baldwin can't get it to go. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go. No good from the wing. Here's Luwawu. From past the arc. That shot misses. The shot from the low post is good.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
For the three. Knocks down the three ball. He's got 9.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half court. You gotta do it as a unit.
2 minutes remaining on the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Cozier. The three. Cans it from downtown.
Got to be a little bit more aggressive defending him from that range. He can be dangerous.
Luwawu Camero kicks to Baldwin. Pass to Monecki. They set the pick. That shot wide open.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
1:06 left to play here in the third. With the floater. Rebounded by Monecki. Sedikurskis gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Quizier, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 9.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Sedikurskis sinks the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to McCormick. Whoops, they pick off the pass. They're running. Here's Luwawu. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pass to Howard. screen by Howard. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And here is Howard. Shot clock at 6. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Mirotic. The three-pointer's off the mark. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Takes the three. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Jop. Jop's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rebounded by Balmore.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Lets it go with the three. The shot, no good.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
No good on the triple. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. A three-pointer, no good. Pushing it up.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Mirotic passes to Balmore.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the game. Clock at 6. Takes a three. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Shoots from 12. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They set the pick. Three-pointer hits the three-point bomb. He's got 21.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
A three for Mirotic. Good on the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Balmore. A three. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Pass to Jock. They set the pick for 3. The shot, no good. Here's Balmore. Fires the three. No good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them.